الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Malaysia is a multiracial and multi-religious country. So if the hudud law were to be implemented, how should we do it?
The brother asked a question that Malaysia is a multiracial country. If hudud law has to be applied, how should it be applied? Brother, I don't know the constitution of Malaysia. I'm just a traveler. What Islam says, I can tell you. Malaysia, I'm not the right person to have asked. Quran says, Fas'alu ahli zikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. Ask the person who is expert. I'm not expert in Malaysian law. I have not studied the constitution of Malaysia. So I will not know what does Malaysia say. I can say what does Quran say. Quran has given capital punishment for certain crimes. That I can comment on. For example, if someone commits rape, in Islam, it's capital punishment. People may say, oh, capital punishment in this age of science and technology, Islam is a barbaric religion, merciless religion. I normally say, and I've asked this question to many non-Muslims, thousands of them. If God forbid, someone rapes your mother, and if the rapist is born in front of you, and if you are made the judge, what punishment will you give that rapist? Brother, God forbid somebody rapes your mother, and if the rapist is born in front of you, what punishment will you give him? Brother?
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment, correct. So when I asked this question to non-Muslims, 100% gave the same reply. So when someone rapes your mother, you want to give capital punishment. When somebody rapes somebody else's mother, you say capital punishment is wrong. So in Islam, for certain crimes which involve fasad, corruption in the world, in this life, there is capital punishment. And I'm asking you the question, that before capital punishment, there's a rule called hijab in Islam, that the woman should be properly dressed up in hijab. The man, when he looks at a woman, he should lower his gaze. Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 30 and 31. So in Islam, the woman should be dressed up modestly with hijab, and a man should lower his gaze. After that, if anyone rapes, capital punishment. I'm asking you the question today, you know America, people look up to America as the most advanced country in the world. Do you know the maximum rapes in any country in the world? It is USA, America. According to statistics of 1990 FBI report, every day on an average 1,756 rapes took place. According to statistics of 1996 US Department of Justice, every day 2,713 cases of rape took place. That means every 32 seconds, one rape is taking place. You know, we are in this auditorium for the past 3.5 hours. Already 350 rapes may have taken place in USA since the time we are here. Since the time we are here in this auditorium, 350 rapes may have taken place in USA. I'm asking you the question that if you implement the Islamic Sharia in USA, that every lady should wear the hijab, the man should lower his gaze. After that, anyone rapes a woman, capital punishment, death penalty. I'm asking you the question, will the rate of rape in America, USA, will it increase? Will it remain the same or will it decrease? Brother?
Decrease.
Decrease, correct. You implement the Sharia, you get results. That's the reason certain times you have to give capital punishment. You have to implement the hudud. And if you implement in any country in the world, believe me, the crime will come down. That's the reason I say Islam is the best way of life. That's the reason the least rate of rape in any country in the world, it's in Saudi Arabia where this law is practiced. I don't know what law is practiced in Malaysia, but if you implement this law in Malaysia also, inshallah the rate of rape will come down.
Thank you.
Good evening, Dr. Zakir Naik. Welcome to Malaysia. Tun Dr. Mahathir, thank you for inspiring us as usual. I have a very fundamental question. My name is Dr. Chong. Is it wrong for a man who knows nothing about Islam to convert simply because he wants to marry a Muslim woman?
Is it wrong for non-Muslim, if he doesn't know about Islam, to convert only because he wants to marry a Muslim girl?
Correct.
Is it wrong? Brother, it is not recommended, but it's not wrong, it is correct because he's coming closer to the truth. Better would be that the person reads Islam, understands Islam, and accepts it and then marry, rather than he's only converting for marriage. But even if he converts only for marriage, many a time love is blind. But that may be one of the stepping stones for coming towards the truth. So if he only converts because of marriage, as long as he practices Islam after that, no problem. But better would be he reads Islam, understands, accepts it, and then marries, rather than only for namesake become a Muslim and then marry. But many a times I know personally many non-Muslims who only accept Islam because of marriage, but later on they become practicing Muslims. Main important is the end result. If the end result is if he converts for namesake, but after a few years practices Islam correctly, then no problem. But better would be he understands the religion, accepts it, and then marries. But even if he accepts it without understanding, as long as he practices correctly, there is no problem. Hope that answers the question.
Thank you very much.